Battle Cats has a serious issue, which potentially ruins the entire experience for players. Yes, it has been many's favorite game of all time, but let's be honest, it has many issues. And I'm not just talking about how the game is super RNG based, or how certain cats make certain enemies or even entire trade become irrelevant. I'm talking about the game's biggest problem of all time. So what is the biggest problem of all time, you might ask? Well, it all starts in New Chapter 1. Let's go back to where your Battle Cat's journey began. Korea Chapter 1. As you see, the game starts out very simple, as it should. You get one unit, and the enemies have one enemy. You quickly defeat that state, and unlock the second unit. Slowly, you gain an understanding of the game and how units work. All seems well so far. You're introduced to the gacha system, which first seems exciting. You meet new enemies, evolve your cats, progress. Finally, after a long 47 stages, you meet a face who is not too difficult. And just as you think you finished the game for good, you're presented with another 48 levels of gameplay. It seems exciting as you enjoy the game so far and would like to see more content. But you slowly realize these are the exact same stages you've already cleared. This time, just a little more bump. You keep playing, thinking surely something will be different, until you get stuck on some random stage and realize the importance of treasures. So again, you repeat stages you have already cleared and grind your life out for a couple of hours just to get all the treasures from Chapter 1. Well, now the stats of you and the enemies even out, and you realize basically the same thing as the first chapter, which you already defeated twice. Finally get one exciting boss, a dude sitting in a chair, just to repeat the cycle again. And again, Chapter 3. Well, the game does do a better job at giving more diverse enemies after Empire of Cats. You still have to spend an insane amount of time meaninglessly repeating boring bosses over and over in order to receive treasures. I think we can all agree there is an issue. Why not just let players experience the exciting the game has to present without all the pain of repeating the stage you already cleared 15 times just to receive an inferior treasure? Why would the greatest mobile game of all time not fix a problem like this? I figured out a solution. I remade the entire first chapter of Empire of Cats, so it is much more exciting and engaging to play. Here's the game and how it looks like after my fix. First of all, if you aren't aware even how I did this, there's a custom client of Battle Cats known as BCU, or Battle Cats Ultimate. It allows you to use any unit you want, play any stage, and even create your own custom enemies, units, and stages. BCU is the only reason this video was made possible. As already mentioned, Empire of Cats is far too long for its own good. Something had to be done, so I decided to cut its length dramatically. Instead of being 144 stages long, Empire of Cats is now only 54 stages long, with each chapter only having 18 stages of its own, extra 6 ones. 2 at the end of each chapter, more on that later. Today I'm going to show you the first 18 stages of Chapter 1, what I think is the better version. Battle Cats. So, Korea stays the same and serves as a tutorial stage of the game. While the stage plays out, here are 2 more changes I propose. 1, the regular price for every unit in the game stays at the Chapter 1 standard. Chapter 1 is clear. Then it bumps up to Chapter 2 standard, but never beyond that. I think we all agree that making your units 3 times as expensive is over. Due to there being less stages, every stage now rewards 2.5 times the XP. Mongolia is where things get interesting. In this stage, I have turned Snakey into a boss and upped its magnification to 250%, so the average player will be able to feel the difference in power. China doesn't seem threatening at first, but once you hit the base, 2 Snakes at 200% magnification start spawning, so the player should beware. The stage showers you with very weak 50% of those guys, but features the same hippo from before, with twice the stats. You have to use the money you get accordingly, or kill the base before the hippo spawns. Due to your wallet being more full than normal, Australia is a stage I liked in the base, since the spam of those guys is quite unique. Probably don't have any attackers to deal with. I created a stage similar to it, with snitches instead of those guys, because Australia seems to me like the kind of place featured 15 snakes. I also bumped the base HP by quite a bit, to make sure the enemies have a great time to spawn. Maldives is now boss rush state, with it summoning a piggy and a hippo, at low magnifications to start off. Bosses are not slowing down anytime soon because of the next stage. India features a 150% hippo at the start, supported by peons, followed by 200% Jackie Bank.
Oh my god!
The hardest stage by far. Follows another funny stage, featuring nothing but a single duelist as a boss with a whooping 2000% magnification.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man.
You can either stall until you have everything you may ever need to rush it, or you can just go very quickly and kill it. Dubai sends us back to the hard stages. The start has some unmagnified peons, but once you hit the base, you encounter 100% Piggy, 150% Hippo, and a dreaded 2000% Jack from before. With those guys as support, in order to beat the stage, you need to lure the Peng to your base and kill it there, making use of his area attack, or go and get some treasure, like energy drink. Saudi Arabia is a rush state. The base has 300 HP and summons 5 of those guys that only have 1 HP. But if you don't beat the stage in time, 300% Jackie Bank will spawn and make your life harder. The stage has no other enemies, which means cats like Cow and Ninja that can get space quickly could do well here. Kenya is a pretty standard stage. I originally planned to add a gory in here, but apparently there are no gorillas in Kenya. Therefore, I created a pretty standard stage featuring 3 hippos, each with their own shockwave, with a small peons, and try to distract the crow scout. Madagascar does have gorillas in it, as long with a bunch of other enemies, so the stage has every enemy encountered in the game so far. Gory is quite an aggressive pusher, but it also spawns before other bosses, so it can be taken care of quickly. The extra stages will be called Doge HP Floor 1 and 2, and will serve as boss stages to sum up the chapter. Floor 1 is quite tough, containing 100% ping right at the start, with a hippo, piggy, and lots of peons as support. Every enemy in the stage can spawn after enough time has passed, so make sure you don't let the attackers stack up. And finally, we have Floor 2. This floor features a face just like in the moon, except it's much weaker to make up for it being earlier in the game. There are also infinite hippos waves for extra pushing power and cash, and 3 bang waves that are the main threat, with 1 gory wave to support them. You might ask yourself, what happened to the treasures? Treasures are incredibly powerful and cannot be given to the players in the moment they start, else the game would be unbalanced. Therefore, I decided to take an existing 11 treasures in the chapter, tweak them slightly. The first 8 treasures, all of the ones that don't have anything to do with the Battle Cat's canon narrative, will be put into the existing 16 stages present in each chapter, with 2 stages for each treasure. The Cat Cannon related treasures will be put in an extra 6 stages of Empire of Cats, each treasure requiring 1 stage, and the Cat Energy treasure will be removed, with an extra energy being given to the player upon completing a chapter inside Empire of Cats. If you guys want to see more changes I've made for, let's say, Empire of Cats Chapter 2, I will make them. This video gets 100 likes, and I'll fix the entire game as a series that we can make together. Anyways, make sure to subscribe. See you in the next one.